Hello, Nin and Fox. Bad internet. This was streaming. Huh? Oh, I didn't think that through. Nice hip hop. Christmas. Truly a gift for us all. Hello, Walker. Yes, this is slightly better dial up. Would this be 0.2 megabits at 200 kilobits per second? So what do they call that? Like, there was a thing you could do where you get two 56K lines and like bonded them together. It's not super common. Forgetting what it was called though. IDSN. Yeah, I'm streaming to you guys from basically IDSN or ISDN. I knew it was close, but I did not recognize the mistake. ISDN, now that you've written it, a lot more correct. I would like to put Starlink back up on Zaz. Yeah, it wasn't very common, but a lot of people, there were people who used to use the Indian deep space net. Uh, God. You know what really is truly obnoxious? Let's hold on just a moment. I need to look one other thing up real quick. Let's see. I'm excited about this for us. Play this. Oh, my phone's saying SOS, so I can't look up shit. Okay, well, we discovered today. First of all, we know this is DSL, and they're doing like five down, nothing up. That seems to be the arrangement. I'm gonna guess they're probably paying $40 a month. That sound likely? Could even be more. That's probably what it is, though. It's probably in that. Or a little more than twice that. They could have 2 gigabits per second symmetrical at this address. Yeah, I guess not. But this is essentially a business operation, and I feel like it's part of the business, make sure that the so-called services that are included with it are not shit, right? Especially when you don't have cable. They're all like, we have TVs with all the streaming services. I'll tell you what, that's been an experience. Uh, I don't want to give like tons of details to avoid doxing our location, but this is much more of a business-like operation than a mom and pop type Airbnb situation, if that even exists. Yeah, I will admit that I don't trust totally availability checks. I don't always believe that they're they're true. I find it quite obnoxious actually. 'Cause, like I was saying this to somebody, saying it to my mom. Imagine if water like that. If like you just have no idea. Oh yeah, you have water service here, and then they just don't tell you that like your maximum water bandwidth, like a couple of drips per second or something like that. You just had to kind of figure it out. If you can't get better water service, well, just move. You know, vibe. My God, that that wow. Sure does seem like people are really happy to try to inch up as close as they possibly can to like outright scams without, like while telling themselves, well, we're not conning people. We're not scammer.
Oops.
What was that alert? I don't know what I have set up on here. I didn't bother to check. Merry Christmas, Doom. Thank you for 51 months. Is that loud? Oh no. That would have been loud if I hadn't if I hadn't managed to mute in time. I've turned I've turned the alerts down a bit. And I have turned the microphone up a bit. My apologies. Yeah, no, I know. That's the same stuff I've been saying for a long time, Imp. There are a lot of companies that are built on this idea of like rural residential is underserved. They're let down by the cable companies, blah, blah, blah. And they actually do a good job of providing services to those people. But what's really irritating is that we are all let down by those services. So, as I've said many times now, where I live, an ear of corn growing in a field can get fiber internet, but I cannot, and I never will. It seems a very common trend. It I, it's so infuriating. It makes me feel like it's like I don't know. It feels like a scam somehow. Like they're bleeding money out of something because the if you look at their service area maps, they're like 5 houses here. I want to know like how many actual customers they have. You know, are they claiming all of this and they actually don't? Because like, are those people getting fiber? Do those people use it? Have a need for it? Meanwhile, those of us who really do have a need for it can't get it. I have, Dell. I have. I remember one concept I hatched at one time was like, what if we bought a sliver of land from a farmer, put up a small shed, have them do the fiber to the home setup in the shed, and then put up one of those like data center level network, like local network broadcast dish things, and point that at where we live, intercept that dish, then have really stupid fiber. It feels insane and yet somehow doable. Although the problem is that there would be things obscuring the horizon line. Like it's still too far away. There would be things that would block it. Clean shot, and I'm pretty sure that those systems are always line of sight. Hey, Legend, welcome back. It's gonna stay this way. Going to remain bad internet. Nothing's going to change about it. Oh God, how far would that be? It's like 2 miles, maybe 3 miles. Are you kidding, Craig? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You would really need line of sight. So. We would need a tall ass tower. Yeah. Then we'd have to get the village involved. What do you want? Don't you have internet? I will never use it. Unless it's the only option, I'll never use it on principle. And mayhaps that is to my detriment. And to be honest, I have internet at home, and Starlink wouldn't be any better than the. So at the moment, I don't have any reason. I suppose for a situation like this, what would it be? I would uh I would haul my fucking dish out here. I'll tell you what, we're surrounded by trees. It didn't sound like it worked for Good. Oh, is there? Yeah. So it wouldn't have a clear view of the sky here. So even that wouldn't help me if I wasn't a stubborn bastard. uh, 19 inches by 12 inches. Whew. Imagine IRL streaming. You have a special rig, giant dish sticking off of your back instead of 4 cell phones duct taped together in a backpack. Thank you, Legend. Merry Christmas to you. Well, no, the the pups have been boarded for the duration of our stay. Pets were not allowed, but yeah, on top of that, a couple years ago we learned that Chew hates children. Yes, quite passionately. He hates children. Well, yeah, I've got a scratchy throat all of a sudden. Maybe. Um, like the one child where it would be helpful if he wasn't that way. Yeah, Bun is pretty welcoming. Everything. Back hurting. Back hurting.
Yeah, I was just on my thing.
Sorry. Oh, nice television. He just got done watching Blue. Trying to. Like I said, they don't have cable here. So literally advertise like we have all the streaming services. And it's like, yeah, and not enough internet to watch a fucking movie that doesn't look like a VHS tape. Yes, great movie. My mom had never seen it. It was a little rough to get through. I'm pretty sure it dropped below 480i, and there was a number of times where it had to stop and show us the spinning circle. Yep, Clue, Tim Curry, classic, cult classic. One of our favorites. Yep. No, it's not Twitch. Not Twitch's fault. I have dropped 65,000 frames since we started. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, you guys know I prefer physical media. I'm just waiting for that to really start to break out with games. The movie and television companies have been absolutely brazen about it. Um, but so far, games have been somewhat okay in the digital only department. except for Nintendo, I think. Nintendo are the ones that have really kind of slapped people, but only really so far with uh, the retro, the virtual console. But I think that's only because so far Nintendo has had really distinct platforms that have had digital content that um, hasn't it hasn't drawn as much attention of that type. I mean, I guess yes and no. Because like you look at like the DS and the 3DS, there isn't really anywhere for that software to go without being like really reconfigured pretty roughly. Um, and then I guess they kind of had stuff on the Wii U. They just haven't had full blown like games marketplace similar to like Sony or Microsoft until the Switch. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens if Nintendo releases a new console and does the same thing that they've done before of just cutting everybody off. You know, you still have your account, but everything stays on the Switch and you don't get to bring any of it over. I don't know. There just really hasn't been like a solid example in the game space. I mean, nothing that really compares to what they do in the streaming space, where it's like, my God, like if you're on a streaming service, it's like shifting sands. Within a year, service is going to have an entirely different catalog. Who knows if it'll have the things that you actually signed up for anymore? The only thing you sort of can count on is the stuff that's like exclusive and produced by the streaming service itself, like Netflix originals, Hulu originals, whatever. And of course Disney Plus, but Disney is like obviously they are their own walled garden, so you can expect Disney stuff to be on Disney. Oh, I don't think that's true, Agio. I think a lot of people are buying a lot of digital games on the.
Do I get my headphones? I
I
was
would have
told
to
there
see
were
some numbers
headphones.
because I don't know that I agree. Lynn, thank you for 81 months. That's Blake.
I'm
Thank you
great.
for 75
Well,
months. Happy
I'm very
birthday.
good.
well,
Hip-ha, thank you for
Stop this.
70
This is a
months.
disease. You need to stop.
Any rate, what else to say? Not a whole lot else really has happened. Last we spoke. Uh, that sucks, Caltech. All right. Well, I just wanted to check in. The Honesty stream still kind of weirdly awkward because I have a ton going on. I don't have tons to talk about. I know that the stream quality is super bad, so I don't think I'm going to linger. We'll just say it's y'all Christmas. Sorry for the garbage streams. Soon we'll be back, and streams will be back to normal. So until then, have a beautiful night. Enjoy your Christmas. Celebrate holiday in general. Safe. Amara.